chosen ones, empaths, you see, the more we chased after them, the more we tried to fix things, the more we tried to resolve the issues at hand, and we tried to repair this marriage or this relationship with someone we thought was our soulmate, with someone we thought was our twin flame. The longer that we hold them with that admiration of thinking that they are a loving person and we need to repair this and it's our fault, is the further and further and further they slip away, right? But we need to put a spin on things. Sorry. We need to change the whole dynamics. We need to put this spin on things, okay? We can change how their mindset is when they go further and further away. You see, the narcissist thought they saw something better on the other side. They thought the grass was greener, so they headed over there, right? But the quicker that we put in the final discard, when we door slam, when we no longer accept their calls, when we no longer accept their hoovers of gifts or conversation about us and the narcissist, we no longer settle for their attempts and breadcrumbing, and we put in place the final discard, the final door slam. This is when we deliver a crushing blow to the narcissist, right? Imagine, let's empathize, because we have the skill of empathy. Even though we'll never fully understand the narcissist and all its complexities, let's just try empathize for a second, okay? Imagine that you have access to something, right? It might be access to your garage, let's say. Or let's just say access to your microwave, right? You use your microwave or your garage, yeah? You have a key for a door. Now, let's say you have a key for a door, right? You have a key for a door. That's the best analogy. And one day, you come to the door, and every time you put that key in, you open the door and you go in, right? But this one time that you come to the door, you get to the door, you put the key in, and the key doesn't work because the locks have been changed. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. Take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. Now, they'll understand this message loud and clear when they try to gain access to you, but they can't get in because they've been door slammed, because the door's been closed. You see what I'm saying? That's the one time they get the realization that they are screwed, and it's a crushing blow. And that is the final discard. That is the final say-so. We have the final word. They like having the final word. But remember, we have to detach spiritually, physically, and emotionally from them in all aspects. Because the times when we was begging for them back, right? The times when we was begging for them back, you know, they still had access to us, but they were slipping further and further away. They might have been running off with a new supply, right? But the way that we've put the spin on things and changed the dynamics is on an attempt when they come towards us, right? And I don't mean that they're putting out gestures of getting back with you or anything like that. But it could be a phone call. It could be a text. It could be a time when they're coming for visitation for the kids. It could be anything, right? Or it could be a gift that they buy you for your birthday, because a lot of them still buy gifts and they do these Hoover attempts through these things. So just at a moment in time, you put the door slam in place. You know them. You You deal a different hand. You know what I mean? The hand that you deal them is a different kind of hand that beats all hands. Yeah, and I'm not an expert in poker or anything like that, but this hand that you draw, this door slam, this no contact or grey rock method, you know, let them know loud and clear that they can never get back in your life. You know, if you have access and you're actually married, then use the divorce. You know, as I said, I've said this many times before, divorce is like a loaded gun. You don't want to use it, but when you need to use it, you will use it. So if you are in a place where you can divorce them, and you will have the final say so. It's the same thing as a door slam. They know loud and clear that they can never get back in. And you need to grow now. Up to the point that you do this and onwards, you need to evolve spiritually, mentally, and physically. Not so much physically, but mentally and spiritually. Yeah, and physically. You know what I mean? You need to get everything in synchronicity with one goal in mind of never letting that piece of trash back in your lives. And I know it's painful, but you need to go through these emotions. And by you going through these emotions, you will see the benefits in abundance. You will reap benefits in abundance. Huge amounts you will reap, right, of benefits by detaching from them. You know, you become a better person. I've spoke about it and I've heard the stories. So many people have found hidden talents. Some people are singing, some people are painting, some people are making music, some people are gone into business. They've found their purpose through detaching from the narcissist. They found their purpose, you know. This is one thing that happens. You find your calling. Once you detach, you have to understand that they drained us of every ounce of energy possible. They drained us. They're draining us still to this very day. And the moment that we can actually put a spin on things, door slam them, and change the way we look at it. Don't look at your losing if they're off with a new supply. Don't look at the new supply, oh, they've won them, and compete. Never compete for the narcissist. You need to understand, it's a very dangerous game. Once they've gone with someone else, they've got new soul ties. They could possibly have sexually transmitted diseases. They've also broke the oath between you and God of going with a new individual, okay? They've broke that oath. Never let them back. We have the final discard. When we say it's done, yeah? The narcissist wants to keep you around for eternity. They always want to keep you around on the shelf. So once they know that you're that toy that escaped them, and some of us are being with long-term relationships with these narcissists, we was their favorite toy. And they're like a child. Once you take their favorite toy and tell them to play with something else, they don't want to play with something else. They want that toy. They're very stupid-minded individuals, right? So it's a way of painting to them, loud and clear, a message in the sky, a message from God to them that we're no longer interested. And once we're no longer interested, they get more interested. Once they know they can't have something, they want it even more. And that's why we do it, right? But I'm not advising you to do this tactic if you're hoping somewhere down the line for a future with them. Because I'm telling you, right, if you do let them back in after an amount of time, you're going to go through the same misery. And I don't know how we're going to deal with it for a second time coming or a third time coming. If you've already gone through this once or twice, you've let them back in, you still have the chance to do the final door slam. And it only becomes final once you don't let them back in. You cannot let them back in, you know. Let them see and face the repercussions of their actions. Everyone thinks narcissists have an easy ride. Remember, they're liars. They lie an awful lot. They have to keep on track of their lies. They care about their image. They care about what people think about them. They're plagued with anxiety and different kind of troubles, unnatural troubles in their minds, because they don't cope and deal with emotions the same way as a healthy individual does. They have little areas that they vent to. They have little vices that they thrive on to try and rid them of energy and things like this. Not their own self-gain energy, but anxieties and certain troubles they're facing. They're not healthy individuals spiritually, mentally, physically. They're disgusting. Yeah. And we can't let these lot back in our lives. We can never let them back in our lives. And walk with power. Think to myself, you know what? I've actually dodged a bullet. I dodged a bullet. I'm so glad I awoken now. I'm so glad because you've awoken. The reason why you're seeing through this, they were this the whole time. They were this the whole time you were with them. They were this in the good days. And as I always say, damn times when you was at your best days with them, that was your lowest point in time because you were so asleep. And this time that you've woken up now is your highest point. You're at the top of the mountain because you see the whole view and you can see everything and what they are and all their entirety and you can see it. So trust me, even though you feel like you're broken, you're at your highest point. And I'll never stop saying that because it's something we need to have as a refresher and instilled in our minds to know that we're actually at our highest point. And now when we're at our highest point and we think to the world or to them, they think we're broken, we door slam them and we never let them back in our lives. And this is when they get desperate. So beware if you take this path. Beware of the Hoover attempts. Keep your guard up. Keep your wits about you and never let them back in. Once you make this door slam, it's a door slam and you don't open that door. And you know what? One thing I know about you, empaths, it takes us a long time to finally put that door slam in place. It does. It does take us a long time. And you know why? Never regret it. Never think I should have done it sooner. Never think you should have done it then. Because I tell you what, all of us, we tried to resolve the relationship. Some of us went to marriage counseling. Some of us have resorted in various ways, a myriad of ways that we've tried to deal with this relationship issue that we thought was an issue between two people, and we was trying to rectify the situation. Yeah, we was trying to sort it out. You know, we poured our hearts and souls into this, trying to sort out the relationship. And it didn't work. It didn't work. Did it? Didn't. And I never want you to be angry at yourself for that. Because that is your good nature. That is who you are as a person. That is what we do. And you know why we go through a grieving process? I don't know when you're going to do it. I don't know when it is. Maybe after this video. Maybe in a couple weeks' time from now. Eventually, you're going to hit the point when you say enough is enough. And I should have mentioned this earlier on in the video. But it's naturally going to come to you. You will enforce this door slam, not because I have told you, not because someone's told you. You're going to put this door slam in place at the very time and at the very moment that is best for your situation. But I just want you to know that once you door slam, never open up that door again. And I don't think you will. Once you door slam, it's game over. And that's why I say it's game over. Once we do the door slam, it's game over. At the point of time when we begin healing, at the point of time when we're starting to feel like we've healed in some areas of our life, maybe not fully, but we're feeling to that point, and we door slam them, this is when they get the realization and the awakening and the true suffering that they're going to endure. Yeah? Leave them to stew. Leave them with their new suppliers. Let them run through 100 people. Because you know what? That's 100 too many people to get back into my bedroom. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the way you got to look at it. If they go off and get married, that's a home. That's, you know what I mean? They run off with one person, two people. You see them. Whatever. That's too many people. That's one too many people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? That's 100 too many people. If they run off with 100 people, never let it bother you that they're going off with people, or never let that bother you. Make that change the dynamics, put a spin on things. You overstepped the mark. You went and done A, B, C, D. You went off there and slept with other people. Therefore, you can never get back into my life. This is the dynamics, this is the spin we need to put on things. This is the kind of way of thinking that we need to have when we look out of our eyes towards these individuals. We've got to change our wiring. We've got to change the way we view them. They are not a loving partner. They are not our ex-husband or ex-wife or ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend or ex-whatever, ex-fiance. They're not that. They are a devil. They are a narcissist. They're a devil. And God woke us up. Thank God that God woke us up. Otherwise, we would have spent the rest of our days with them. And you know what I will say? If I go for the rest of my days alone, I would rather go alone than with the narcissist. And that's where I'm at now. It took me a long time to get to this point, but I'm enjoying my time alone. So much so that I enjoy my time alone that I'm very careful about who I let into my world. I'm very careful about who I let into my world. Okay? And if I do meet someone just like you do in the future and they're worthy of it, they're worthy of my time, attention, admiration, then I will let them into my life. But until I meet that person, then they're not getting into my life. Right? And that's what God has given me. He's given me this discernment and a spiritual ability to no longer accept trash in my life. We had to know the bad to know the good. We're halfway there. We're halfway there. Now we've experienced this bad. The good awaits us. And the good awaits us not just through a person, but through our purpose and through our meaning to life and what we're destined and our calling here to deliver to this planet. So anyway, I went off topic there, but I hope you understood the gist of it and you got where I was coming from. So anyway, I'll leave the video there. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for watching. I ask God to give you healing and to aid you in your recovery and to utilize the door slam in your life at the most crucial time possible. Yeah. I'm not someone who can, you know, God answers everything. Just putting this out there for the people that try to say that I'm trying to come across like that. What I mean is if I put out a good energy towards the people that are deserving of reciprocating the good energy, then hopefully that's how it works. So anyway, thank you. And if you would like to donate to the channel, you can find the details in the description box. And if you would like a one-to-one session, you can find the details in the description box as well. Anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.